Convict music. We the best. Yeah. We taking over.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. The action tonight out at Energy Solutions Arena as the Utah Jazz play against the Phoenix Suns. Well, it was Phoenix winning their last game against Orlando. That game a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing the shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one. Well, lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but
crispy barbecue chicken?
Ooh, I just can't wait. You make me hungry. Is it lunchtime?
Yeah. Wow.
We got it some time. But, you know, he's not settling for any look either. This guy is very versatile. He'll take you inside, take you outside. He's the kind of player that seems like he's a step ahead, like mentally. Like he has this mental telepathy that goes on and goes. He knows what you're thinking before you think it, before the guy thought it was a thought.
Wow. It's like an extraordinary basketball IQ.
Yes.
Do you have a high basketball IQ, Shaq?
No, didn't need one, Ernie.
Why?
Because I had the ES.
What's that?
Elbow sandwiches.
Now I'm really hungry.
Elbow sandwiches.
Let's
right
get
in
it
your
down
mouth.
to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
The crowd has assembled here at the Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City, Utah to cheer on the Jazz. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And, of course, Marcus Thornton. Not here, but we've seen the team playing well regardless of that fact.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Livingston in at the 4 spot. Brandon Knight is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Chandler, and it's Tucker in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Tucker after Alec Burks has scored. And Bledsoe, here we go. Here's Freak. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just one season, I think it's been remarkable.
Free throw good. Freak. And both free throws good from Freak. So it's the Jazz now. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. And you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line. Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Chandler is screen. Here's Freak. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Phoenix on defense. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Just 5 to shoot. Hayward can't hit. And it's Phoenix's ball. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the override.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, the head coach for the Jazz gave me a few moments to catch up with him. He said that one of the challenges they're very conscious of in this matchup is scoring despite the shot blocking. He said, you know jumpers like to jump, so we've got to show them some pump fakes, get them up in the air, and that should allow us to get to the line or create easier looks inside. Kevin, we'll see how it works.
And Doris, as always, thanks. And guys, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
I really do. I think they're such a hard team to generate offense against. That has to be where they devote most of their attention.
Well, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their own defense, fellas. I mean, they can't concentrate so intensely on offense, they forget to defend.
Bledsoe dishes to Knight. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Lyles, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Kicks to Burks. And the pass to Exum. The Jazz working the ball around now. Hayward can hit.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Exum passes to Lyles. Hayward kicks to Gobert. Can't get it to go. So Phoenix will take it the other way. And Bledsoe, here we go. He dishes it to Chandler. And Tucker kicks to Bledsoe. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Bledsoe. 8 points for Freak. Jazz trail by 4. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Pass to Lyles. He feeds it to Hayward. Just 5 on the clock. For the 3. And it's Hayward again missing.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Exum kicks to Hayward. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Chandler right side. Out tonight. Plenty of space. Rebound, Utah.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Gobert against Bledsoe. Hayward goes in. Back to Gobert. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
While we have a quick chance here, let's now take a look at some point guards who have been dead on target from the floor over the course of the past 10 games. Second, Brandon Knight. Third is Eric Bledsoe.
Shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
In addition to being unbelievably gifted shooters. I mean, these guys have some of the smoothest, sweetest strokes in the NBA, which means they have some of the best strokes in the world. Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Exum with a wide open look. Offline with his 3. Phoenix leading by 7. Knight wide open. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Knight's got 5 points so far.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Favors sets the pick for Exum. Stolen by Tucker. Knight with it. Coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Here's Freak. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And now it's an 11-point Phoenix lead.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Here's Lyles, guarded by Tucker. And that one's good by Favors.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
Knight kicks to Chandler. Back to Knight. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Some changes for Phoenix. Markieff Morris is checked in for Chandler. And Porter subbed in for P.J. Tucker. And so it's Utah here with the ball. 9-point game. Nato, he's guarded by Knight. Favors with the screen. Nato. Here's Lyles. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Lyles got 6 points.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Morris a screen. Fader on the way, and Freak gets it to go on the assist from Porter. That's 12 points for Freak.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Here's the screen. 6 to shoot. Nato. Here's Favors. Lays it up and banks it in. Favors has got his second bucket.
And that put back about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And stolen by Hood. Nato, guarded by Bledsoe. Favors can't get it to go. Phoenix leading by 7. Bledsoe dishes to Porter. Feeds it to Freak. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
A brief check now of the stats for Bledsoe. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. First and 3-point field goal percentage and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And not only is he dialing it up from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Jazz trail by 8. Hood kicks to Ingles. Pass to Lyles. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lyles got 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at the Suns. They've been in peak form as we watch them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, Utah. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Right now, for the Jazz, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yeah, you know, Greg, it's been a shame for their fan base, too, because they haven't really had much to be optimistic about to this point.
And he makes the first.
Just absolute domination in this one for Freak. He's already up to 14 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. That one misses. Jazz trail by 7. 1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Ingles passes to Gobert. That one goes. Count it. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Some changes for Phoenix. Alex Len comes in for Livingston. And Chris Humphrey subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Here is Porter. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Nato, he's guarded by Knight. There's the dish to Hood. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Dishes to Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Knight. Hood kicks to Favors. The jump hook, and that is good. Favors has got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Passes it to Ingles. Plenty of space. Phoenix grabs the miss.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Outside Knight. Baseline try. No good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
No luck. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Phoenix ahead, leading by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
On the court for the Suns, we've got Alex Len, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Brandon Knight. Then there's Tyler Hansbrough, and it's Tucker in at the 3 slot. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply terrific. He had 37 points, and as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
For the Jazz, Hayward comes in for Joe Ingles, and Alec Burks subbed in for Rodney Hood. And the second free throw, good. Here's Knight. The feed to Tucker. Back to Knight. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Fires the 3. Tucker can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 6. Carney kicks to Hayward. Good. Hayward's got his first points of the game.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Carney. The rebound by Hansbrough.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Was shot by Knight, no good.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
The pass to Burks. Here's the 3. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Burks has got 9 points.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Len dishes to Knight. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, how about the willingness to attack the basket and challenge the defense here tonight?
Lyles checked in for Rudy Gobert. And for the Suns, Chandler comes in for Len, and it's Eric Bledsoe in for Otto Porter Jr.